Hello, everybody. Welcome to another video podcast here. This is called Let's Talk. I am your host, Carlos Salazar. Most people call me Trey, right? And we are here today with my very good friend here, Jackson. Everybody say hi to Jackson. Awesome. Yeah, Jackson is here.
Hello.
Hello, yeah. So a little more backstory about me, just if you guys, this is your first time tuning in. I'm a photographer here in Austin. I shoot mostly males. I started as a wedding photographer, and then I switched over to male photography, and that's pretty much my go-to now. I have a website. I have a OnlyFans that I showcase all my work on, and you can also see me on Instagram and Twitter. So my links will be down here too. But if you don't know anything about me, that's me. And I'm glad you're here. Hopefully you enjoy our little show here that we put together. Yes, it's kind of garage, but I like that. I don't want nothing too fancy. I just want to talk to people, and I like talking to people. So Jackson here. Jackson, what is your Instagram?
It is JacksonSkate_.
JacksonSkate_. I'm going to put it right there somewhere for everybody to see. Yes. And do you have a Twitter?
Yes, it's the same thing. Actually.
Same thing? Okay, cool. So you'll be able to find both things. Jackson does male model. He's done a couple of underwear campaigns, and I met him how many years ago?
I think about 2 years ago.
Was it two or was it four?
Two. Well, I think a bit close to four. Maybe three. Maybe 3 years. Oh yeah, I'll say 3.
I say 3 because it's been a while. You're old already.
I'm an old man.
Yeah. So yes, I met Jackson 3 years ago, and here's our little story of how we met. So Jackson, do you remember how we met?
I would have to say Instagram, right? Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think you worked with another photographer. What's his name?
Campbell.
Yes. Yes. And I saw your picture, and I was like, oh, I want to work with this guy. He seems like he's cool.
I know. I remember you getting shooting me a DM, and I was like, "Oh, okay. This guy's pictures look pretty good. I'm gonna check him out. Well, I've never traveled outside the state. Let's do this."
Tell these people where you're from.
I'm actually originally from Montgomery, Alabama.
The big city of Montgomery, Alabama.
Big city.
How was it growing up there?
It was okay. I think my childhood was really good, but once I got older, I realized that it was a bubble, a small town,
Did you realize that the first time you came to Austin?
Yes, very much.
Because I still remember the first time you got here. When you got here, you opened the door, and I remember your accent, and I was like, oh, yeah, he's from Alabama.
Howdy, y'all.
I was like, oh, shit. But we got along so well that first night because we smoked a little bit.
Yeah,
and we were like, let's
toasty.
smoke. And so we smoked, and I had a volcano.
I was about to say,
yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yes, I know. No more of that anymore. But what was your first impression when you got here?
I was like, whoa, this man's really doing good in photography. This house is beautiful. And you are. I mean, look at your pictures. But no, I was like really, when I first opened the door, you came and greeted me with welcoming hands, and you were really nice. So out of most photographers, that wasn't the case. So it was different. It was in a good way,
Yeah, and I remember our first shoot too. We shot a bunch of really cool photos. We took a lot of photos. I remember because we got along, so we shot pretty much the whole day.
Yeah.
And I remember I was nervous because I was like, "Oh, I really like this guy. I wanted to be my friend. I don't want to see him naked." That's what I thought. I was like, "Oh, that's gonna ruin it." But I'm cool. You're cool. Like it wasn't a big deal at all. Like it wasn't a big deal at all. But we got some good pictures. I remember when you left, I said, "Get the fuck out of Montgomery." Right?
Yeah, yes. No, I remember that.
And what did you tell me?
Oh, I said, I will. Just wait. And then, what was it, like, I would say, how many months later?
It was probably about a year.
Okay, yeah, about a year. It took me, I had to think about it, contemplate that for a good bit.
And I was hounding you, too. I would call you all the time and be like, Bowen?
Yeah, I remember that. And then one time, as soon as, I think it was a couple months before I left Alabama or whatever, you were like, dude, come here. And I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. I literally just got all my stuff, put it in my car, drove 17 hours of lawn, and I was like, let's go. Like, and then that was the best decision I ever made.
So I want people to understand. Yeah, no problem. So he also does OnlyFans, guys. That's part of his how he kind of makes money. Also, with is doing OnlyFans. Also, and on your Instagram and Twitter, or on your Twitter, you probably have a link tree to your OnlyFans, right? So you can link to his OnlyFans on Twitter, and you can check it out. And it's really good. So, so when you were in Montgomery, what were you doing? Like after you left here and you kind of experienced Austin for a little bit. I mean, we really didn't do too much, but it was just being in a big city that was just different. When you went back to Montgomery, what were your thoughts? Like, oh shit.
First of all, I need to make more money.
Right. Yeah.
But I was like I was saying a minute ago, I was like, I've been in a bubble, you know, like it's just those small country towns, you know, a lot of people are not really open-minded. So I was like, all the people here are so much nicer too. So I was like, I need to get out of here. That was the first thing. I was like, dude, I just need to surround myself around people that want to be successful, you know?
Yeah.
And that's not really there, you know? I mean, there's some, but it's like doctor or lawyer, you know?
And also I remember, cause you're also, and for being him here in Austin, he's like super vanilla, right? I mean, you are, but in Montgomery,
Vanilla ice.
yeah, right. But in Montgomery, you were not. Like you were a skater, and you were a little more, you know, out there with your fashions, not wearing Wranglers and button-up shirts and Tennessee Vols.
Vineyard Vine.
Yeah, everything.
POGs.
So you got picked on a lot when you were younger, weren't you?
A little bit, but not for real. I was kind of that like goofy skater guy that I feel like everyone
got along with.
Like, yo, hell
yeah,
I love this guy, I guess. But like, I don't know. In that time, I really didn't think that because I feel like I grew up really. I don't know. I didn't really think highly of myself.
Mm-hmm.
So like, people thought I was funny, but I didn't think that. You know, I guess that helped me grow up to be a little bit humble. I feel like, which is a good characteristic to have as a model. I feel like, but I grew up like that, and I was like that little joyful kid trying to make everyone laugh. So
when you started doing OnlyFans, you started doing that when you were in Montgomery before we even met.
Yes.
How did your friends take that?
Some of them were supportive, but like a couple of them were like a little judgy, you know. So, I was like, well, I mean, sorry. And I was like,
I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah. My parents.
Yeah. And as far as your family is concerned, I know that your mom and dad are super supportive of everything that you do, right?
Yes.
When you came to Austin, one of your biggest things that you didn't even know you wanted to do this yet, but when you came to Austin, you were wanting to be a personal trainer.
Yes.
Right? And so I made you start.
I know. I'm still working at it. Such a bad procrastinator. Oh my goodness.
But that's still kind of your goal, right?
Yeah. I'm almost there. So
you're almost there. Yes. So you wanted to be a personal trainer, but while you were here in Austin, something else happened, right?
Yes.
What happened?
Well, I guess I started modeling more, and then that became more of, you know, the job, and then I started doing OnlyFans more, and then the money caught my attention more. But also there is money in fitness, but like I said, procrastinator. So business, so
one of the things that I always get from people that message me on YouTube or on pretty much YouTube when they're bitching at me is they get real upset, like that people at a young age are doing OnlyFans. And I try to tell them, like, look, dude, like, we're all trying to like succeed. We all want to make money.
Yes.
You know, we all want to live happy, you know, so why are you judging somebody to do it? How do you feel about the age that you started in? Like, was that a factor in anything? Like when you started doing OnlyFans I mean, you weren't young, but you were younger.
I think the age that I started out was
pretty good.
Yeah. No, I think if I had started now, I would be, I don't know. I think being young when you start out is better for your fans. You know what I mean? They
right.
love the young one.
Yeah, the Twinkies. The Twinkies, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no.
Did that have an effect on you or anything? Because I know not on your self-esteem or anything. Because do you ever get messages from people that are like kind of jerks?
I think it helped honestly a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
And why do you say that?
Because right when I started it, like I was just doing fitness, so it kind of like helped with like you know how you get like body dysmorphia, so
everybody does.
It kind of helped with that and just keeping a good ego, you know what I mean, but not too much.
Right.
But no, it definitely helped for sure.
So I'm going to segue to modeling now too, because we have. I mean, there's a bunch to talk about with you. So one of the good things is when we first shot was I sent your pictures out to a couple of underwear companies, and they all kind of reached back out to you. Which was good. What was the first? I can't remember which was the first kind of underwear campaign that you did. Was it the one that we did with Skull and Bones?
I think so. Yeah.
How was your reaction to that? Was that like a moment like you were like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like I'm doing this and this is for real. And like,
no, I remember seeing the first picture. I think it was like 3 or 4 of them with the Skull and Bones underwear. And I was just like, oh my goodness, this is the starting career of my model. Like, oh my God, like I was like, but stay humble. I need to stay humble. No, that's always what I've told myself, you know, because there's a lot of models out there, you know, just. I don't know.
Yeah, and I want you to tell me about one. You don't have to say his name, but I know there was one that you hung out with in Florida.
Oh yeah, I got it.
And you were all excited to meet him, right? Because he's a big guy. He's a big known person.
Yeah.
And how was that experience with you?
Oh, it was humbling for him. I just left off with the words, you know, pride comes before the fall. So I left it at that, and he was just like, "Oh, yeah." He didn't know what to say after that. So
yeah, I feel like I feel that's funny because there's a fine line of having to be kind of narcissistic and humble at the same time when you're a model. Like you still have to kind of be into yourself because I mean you're showing off.
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, you can't be.
You can't
doing
be
whatever.
shy.
Yeah, that or for sure. No.
Yeah, you can't be.
Take it away a lot.
Yeah. One of the other things that we did is I do these content houses like every year or something, and you went to one of those also, and that's where you met Drew.
Yes.
Let's talk about Drew.
Drew meaning. No, I love Drew.
I know you do love Drew. So Drew, I feel like was kind of the catalyst a little bit on how you got started into music.
Yeah. No, I was about to say with the bringing me to ACL. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was about to say thank you so much, Drew.
Yes.
Love you. I mean, technically, if you really think about it, but yeah, no, praise to him.
Yeah. So tell me about what you're doing now. That's kind of a bigger thing than OnlyFans or training or modeling.
Right now, I am actually currently working to be a producer and DJ, but it will be in the genre of experimental dubstep.
Nice, nice.
But we're trying to get that on the way. I'd say in the next 1 or 2 years. You know, it's like building a bicycle from scratch, so it's got to take some time. But I'd say in the next 1 or 2 years, yeah, I'll be
ready.
I'll be throwing some shows, spinning some tables.
Yes.
Blowing some speakers.
Yeah. What inspired you to do that? Like, what was I know y'all went to ACL. Was there a certain band or a certain event that happened that you were kind of?
It was the DJ Zoo, ZHU. I love guitar and just regular music, and I saw him put that in with EDM, and that's also my favorite genre as well as oldies and stuff. So I was like, if I'm seeing, and I saw how much fun he was having on stage, and I was just like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
I was like, that needs to be my job. I remember just in that split minute, it was like, I need to make this my job. Every time, the more I watched him just singing and have more fun, I was like, oh, I was like, I'm so jealous of you right now. But, I was like, in time, but no, he inspired me a lot, actually. That and bass, I can't really, a good DJ that I used to really like. He's gotten canceled for several reasons, but
shit.
but no, he was a good one too. But no, Zoo for sure inspired me though.
And since that first ACL, and I remember when y'all went because I had extra tickets.
Yes.
And I gave them to you and Drew, and I gave y'all VIP. I can't believe that.
That was nice.
And anyway, after that first experience, then you started going to a lot more raves and EDM festivals, didn't you?
Oh yeah. I think this year we've already been, or last year I'd say we've went to about 6. So that's usually only go to like 1 or 2. So I was like, whoa, okay. I didn't even realize. I was like, I promised myself because they're expensive, you know. So I was like, I'm only gonna go to 1 or 2 in 1 year. But when your friends are festival goers, it's like
you want to go with them.
FOMO all day long. Like, you're just like, ugh.
So what's your favorite one that you've gone to that was one that kind of blew your mind?
I would have to say Soundhaven. Still, that one was.
Which one was that? Was that the one where you were in a trailer?
Oh yeah, the RV. Yeah. No, that one was when we were living out in the woods for about 4 days, and you'd wake up at about 8 a.m. and hear blah 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 blah, and you're like, yeah, and you're just like, well, good morning. Like, let's make some eggs and bacon. Like, and then the whole trailer or the RV just like you're just like. Oh, it's a festival.
I think one of the things that surprised me the most when you started talking to me about festivals was that people take their kids.
Oh, yeah. No, you'll literally, I think at Eclipse, Texas Eclipse, and when Burnett, who was literally, I get it if it's like 4 or 5-year-old maybe, like, but like a 1-year-old, dude, like.
With earphones on?
Yes, with earphones on. And I'm just like, and it's hot, you know, it's like 101. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, whatever. It's your kid, but like.
So you get your little string lights and you're like in front of the kid.
Yeah, right. The gloves,
the
like
gloves.
in his face, like, watch. I can do a show for you. Kid style.
That's funny. So you started producing your own music. Have you done any parties yet?
I actually recently just did 2.
Nice.
A birthday and actually 2 birthdays. So I'm real happy. And it was kind of sad though. I didn't even know the people's names of the birthday. I kind of was like, happy birthday. Oh wait, okay, that's your name. I was like, okay, I guess this is just being a DJ.
Yeah.
Like, you're like,
say happy birthday to her.
And I wasn't even drinking or anything. I was like completely sober, but I was just like, you know, I was in it.
In it, yeah. But, so now that you're DJing, how has that affected everything else that's going on in your life?
It's me. I was about to say, it's affected a good bit. I would have to say with the sleep, because it's like I want to stay up and make music, because that's when my creative juices are mostly running. But then I'm so hyped I can't go to sleep, and then I like need rest because I'm working out.
Right.
So it's like I'm just like battling my body constantly every week, and I'm just like, all right.
Well, because it's a nighttime job.
Yeah, and that too. I was about to say I'm getting back at like 3 or 4 sometimes, and I'm like, dude, I didn't even drink, but I feel hungover. But yeah, it's a job of itself. I'd say just like trying to have energy at that late night, because if you don't have the energy, your fans won't have the energy. I feel like so.
I think also we're going to talk about this a little bit more, but also, how did your parents take you doing that? Because I know when you came here, you had told them that you were going to be a trainer, that you're like, I'm going to go down there, I'm going to be a trainer, I'm going to do. So when you kind of switched it up a little bit, were they chill?
Oh yeah, no, they loved it. Actually, I just told my dad, like, when I was doing this set, a bunch of people were asking about my DJ name, and he was like clapping on the phone, on the speakerphone. My mom, he was like, yeah, and I was like, wow, I've never heard my dad that proud. I was like, that makes me feel good, So no, they're really proud of me actually. I think they were just like kind of blown away because they never saw that side of me, Right. Because I always play guitar, so.
Well, also they don't see that side in Montgomery. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like that's happening in Montgomery, and you can. And again, I'm not just in Montgomery because he's from there. There's some other people that I know that are from there they're the coolest guys.
Oh yeah.
It's just I feel like when you're in a small town, you have to at least get out once to kind of see what else is out there, because you would have never seen the music. I mean, it would have been a lot harder to do that if you were still in Montgomery.
Oh yeah, like there would have been like 10 people.
And y'all would have been all at that pool bar.
Yeah.
Playing pool.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. The Gump.
I know. All right.
That is so cool. It's like, da, da, da.
Yeah, it's like, it's so stupid. It's so generic. I need to get my own. You need to make me a little 10-second one.
I should do the EDM where it's like,
yeah, something. Yes.
No, I can make some cool. I'll do that. No, I can do that.
Yeah. Are they on? Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go again. Take 2. So now, kind of talking about, you know, the effect it has on your body doing this at night and being up all day. So one of the other things that you did that I commend you for is when you first moved here, you were kind of toothpicky.
Yeah. It's a little, yeah. I needed some mass.
Yeah, just a little.
I need to eat some
you were a little
chickens.
You were a little Squidwardy.
I have to give applause on that one too. That was funny.
So what kind of inspired you to kind of get that booty into check?
I would definitely have to say, honestly, modeling, but more likely it was OnlyFans.
Yeah,
for sure. Plus, my fans were like, "Ooh, you're getting a little bit thicker," and I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I am." All right, okay, and then so it was like, it's another ego boost as well as like, the gym. But no, I literally started with that, and then gradually over the past 2 years, it's like a coach,
Yeah. Did you start taking anything, or did you start? I mean, not by like illegal things, but like, did you start like a routine or something? Like, because before I know you worked out a lot, but it changed a lot when you started really doing it.
I would have to say I started doing high volume like workouts or high intensity workouts and resting more, and that's what started changing a lot. Like I started realizing train hard, rest harder, and so that's what started getting me more results. That and taking creatine.
Yeah.
Every time I work out. I mean, everyone should take that.
Yeah.
But no, that's when I really saw the results, and I would say that had to have been this past year. Really, because I've been about 4 years in, and this last year's only the one where I'm like, okay, I see the results. Like,
and the reason I can see them too is because, okay, so here's another thing that you guys don't know, but so when I made Bowen move here, he lived with me for a year. Yes,
it was a good year.
It's a fun year, right? So, I would always be on his ass too. Like I felt like I was like your dad also when you when you were here.
I loved it though. I was like, I need it. I was like, pep talk me.
I would. I'd be like, are you gonna make content today? Are you gonna go outside? Are you gonna go to the gym? Did you do your trainings today?
I know. I kind of missed that. That was if I continue that, then I'll go and be a trainer right now.
I know. And then I'd be like, dinner's ready. Are you gonna eat? Are you not gonna eat? What are you gonna do?
And you'd give me food sometimes. I literally would like forget to make, my meals, and you'd buy an extra burrito and be like, hey, I got one. And I'd be like literally in my head, I'd be like, oh, like, I'm just like, yeah, thank you. I'd be like, oh my God, dude, thank you so much. I'm about to gobble this down and go to the gym.
It was so much fun. What's one of the things that you notice like about me, because I don't notice things, but like the way that I interact with like models that came here, because you were here all the time and models would come here all the time. Like, do you think I act differently, or do you think like how do you think I behave when I'm around new guys?
No, I'd say you treat everyone everyone fairly the same.
Right?
No, not at all. I feel like that's what literally makes you is because you have that nice like welcoming personality. And I feel
like also like because my gay friends would always ask me like, or they'd be like, oh my God, so-and-so's at your house. Oh my God, so-and-so's at your house. And I'd be like, yeah, so I'm like, he's cool. Like,
Yeah, you got a lot of friends, so.
And they would get here.
Good friends.
And they would be like, are we going to go out? We're going to party? I'm like, no, you go out and party. Yeah. I'm going to sleep. I don't know what you're talking about. And then I'd be like, Bowen, they want to go out. Do you want to go out with them?
I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. And you'd be like, finally, somebody to go out with me. And you'd
be like, their tour guide. No, it was fun. Honestly, when I do that, they'd be like, whoa, I've never been down here. I'm like, okay, well, let me show you an underground little rave. And they'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, I remember. Or they'd always want to go to the gym. And they'd be like, do you go to the gym? I'm like, Really? No. But Bone goes to the gym at 10 o'clock. So if you want to go to the gym, you better get up and go with him.
Yeah, no, that was fun. Actually, that was really good because I needed people that are bigger than me to go to the gym with me, and then every now and then that would happen, and I would just be like, okay, I need to do this better. You know, it was
because you would watch them.
Yes, especially with Kyle.
Oh gosh, Kyle's huge,
dude. I know. I did a chest day with him, and I like. He's gonna watch this and be like, "Oh my gosh!" But like, I literally did a chest day, and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna like go super hard." And I like almost blew out my shoulder, and I was like, "Okay." I remember just being like, "I think he sees me struggling over here. Like, I'm just gonna stop." I was like,
but by the way, that was Kyle Denton.
Yeah.
By the way, so who wants to look him up? If most people know who he is, he's
a cool dude.
Yeah, he wants to come back with his husband. He's like, "Can I come back and we don't have to shoot? We can just hang out." I was like, "Well, wait till I get everything done, and then you guys can come and hang out." All right. So now now that your body image is up and you're doing all, you're doing really good with your body. I know that you've been really working on your ass.
Yes.
I mean,
gotta get that bubble butt
for real. I mean, if you guys look at his Instagram, that's pretty much the gist of it. So if you like cake. Go look at his page. So another question that I'm sure people are going to ask is, are you gay or straight?
I'm straight.
Are you sure?
Yes.
But you are an ally. You do have gay friends and everything.
Yes. Very.
All right. And I know, right? But you also, this is what I tell people too, that you are also very, very considerate to your gay fans on OnlyFans.
Oh yes, no, I love each and one of them. Dude.
Yes, I know you do, and I know, and I hate when people are like, "Oh, well, he's straight. He's just using us for the money." No, he's not. Like you actually talk to all your fans.
Yeah, no, I have my notifications turned on, so as soon as a message comes on, I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like, well, sometimes they just want to talk, and sometimes you need someone to talk to,
right.
You don't just need nudes,
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's where I come.
Yeah, for real. And I wish people saw that side more of other creators that are straight, because I feel like you guys get a lot of flack sometimes, and it's not something that you guys should be getting, because I feel like you guys are actually really genuine, especially you. You're very genuine with your fans. So if someone was to go onto your OnlyFans page, what kind of stuff would they find?
They would find obviously collabs. Not gonna say,
but
subscribe and find out.
Yeah,
but I would have to say mostly nudes,
right?
But very artistic nudes.
Do you do any lives or anything like that sometimes, or?
I would say I would do about two lives a month.
Okay,
maybe. Yeah.
Are those pretty popular?
Yeah. Recently, I've been having to not be. I would make a time, and then I would have a show, like a DJ show, and so I'd have to cancel it. And I feel like some of my fans were very discouraged by that, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
But I need to stick with it more. It's just shows.
It's hard.
Yeah. When a birthday comes up, and I'm like, it's a couple hours before, I'm just like, well, this is a career I really want to get into. So I'm like,
yeah.
But I'm so sorry for all my fans, though. I will be better.
But you make it up. I mean, you post. Yeah, you post a lot.
Make it up. Yeah.
You post a lot.
Yes.
Right. It's not like you just post once a month. You post.
Yeah. No, I do.
Pretty much daily.
And I send a lot of free stuff to my auto renews. So
there you go. See.
Yeah.
With OnlyFans. Okay. So one of the other things that a lot of other people always ask me about is how to get fans, and there's so many different avenues to take. I know at one point you were doing Instagram Reels, and you were getting fans or whatever, but then that stopped because Instagram's a
hit or miss
bullshit.
Ugh, yeah.
And then you started doing TikTok, and you started doing a lot of TikTok lives, and that was actually working out a lot, because I remember you did those here, and you would go up to the pool and do your lives, and you would get a lot of people. But has that fizzled out also?
I don't know. I think the guidelines have changed recently, and they've canceled me.
Crap!
I don't know, but I try to make new accounts, and it's almost impossible to get over 100 views on a video, and I'm just like, what?
Wow.
But no, I still do the lives, but I can tell I'm shadow banned or something. I have no idea. I might have to just get a new phone, but it's still. I just don't want to start a whole new account. I almost have 100,000, so I'm like, You know, it's like,
Dang.
but yeah, it started with Instagram, then went to TikTok, and then I started doing CB, Chatterbait, just a little bit. But then that kind of stopped. It's like they give you like a good 2 weeks, and then it just like they cut you off. It's like I have almost 10,000 followers, and it doesn't. I don't even get over like 30.
Really?
Yeah, and I announce everything. And even another friend was saying, was it Sex Panther? He had the same thing happen to him. And I even looked it up, and there are a lot of people who are like, yeah, it just glitches up and it won't. It's like a scam almost, you know? I'm like, why would y'all do that?
Yeah, everybody wants to make money.
But yeah, I was about to say, so I don't know. But now I've been kind of, you know, still doing TikTok, but it's kind of been going back to Instagram and Twitter. But that is still a hit or miss. Twitter though it's weird. I don't really understand Twitter.
I don't understand Twitter either. I just post.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you the Chatterbait thing. What I know, one of the things that I'm always afraid of, and one of the things that I know we've talked about, is people stealing images.
Oh yeah.
Or selling them. How do you combat that?
I was about to say, I think it's called Criteria or something like that. It's this website, but no, I recently was looking at another OnlyFans creator, and they put their link in there, and it takes all their content that people have been selling, you know, online from other websites. And I recently did that, and I was like, oh my gosh, like every creator needs to do this. Like,
really?
What the heck? Yeah, it took off like thousands of dollars, like almost over 10K. Like
Of pictures.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, someone's just doing that, and I had no idea. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, everyone needs to do this. It was recent. It was a big content creator. I think she was just getting fed up. She could probably see her profits plummeting, and she was like, I need to do something about it. But I'm surprised there's not more platforms like that. You know what I mean? They're not contacting
people,
or OnlyFans is not contacting their creators and being like, hey, do you guys not want your stuff leaked? Here you go. Like,
I know and they make billions of dollars, like billions.
They could definitely have that, you know.
So being in this industry, like in the adult industry, how long? I mean, I don't want to say how long, but you know, is it something that's viable for you for a while longer?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
I would say next 5 years, maybe, for sure. As long as it's helping me with like
achieve the other stuff.
Yes, like DJing and, you know, fitness and all that. But if I do get my personal training, I'll probably still be doing it for sure. Another income, so why not?
Is that one of the? Do you ever get asked that like immediately on like Instagram when they message you?
No, not all the time. Sometimes.
I told you need to get a T-shirt that says "My OnlyFans is," and then just put the address in the back while you're out at Barton Springs.
I know, right?
I bet you would work.
It probably would, or go to a festival. Oh yeah.
Yes.
I've seen girls do that. They have the flags and they just wave them.
And you're like on your phone.
They're like, oh wait, is that an underscore? Okay.
Slow down. I can't see it. All right, so let's talk about one more thing. So, if there's any place in the world that you'd want to go, where would you want to go?
Oh man, that decision has changed so much in the past year. But I would have to say, I feel like people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's so basic." Like, I would have to say, right now, I haven't really traveled that much. I would have to say, like Greece.
Yeah,
that would be a good place. Greece.
Yeah,
so much history there. So
it's beautiful too.
Yes.
What's one place that you've been already that you were like, oh my God, this is so amazing. I can't believe I'm here.
Oh, Puerto Rico. That was fun. But yeah, no, that was pretty. The weather was great. The food was, dude, too good. But no, the weather is what I really enjoyed there, because it's not like it's just like relaxing beach weather. It's not like you're about to get freaking sunburn, you know.
Yeah.
But no, it was very good. I actually really enjoyed that. I still need to travel a little bit more. I think that's the farthest place I've been. It's so sad.
No. Well, the next year you need to save your money and go traveling instead of going to
yes,
or travel to a festival. Save up to go to a big one like in Spain or something.
Tomorrowland, yeah.
Yes.
That one would be That would be cool.
I'm too.
That's
I'd die.
expensive. That's like, if you go to that, you might as well have 10K. Like, ready
What's the
for
one
that.
in Las Vegas?
Las Vegas.
Is it tomorrow? They do have a big EDC one in Las Vegas also.
EDC
Is it Tomorrowland?
Vegas
Is
or
it EDC? Yeah.
EDC Vegas? Yeah.
That
That
one
one's
would be
good.
fun.
I was supposed to go to the one in EDC Orlando, and the weather.
Oh, yeah.
A nader came through.
Hurricane.
Or a hurricane, yeah.
All right, so next we're gonna have some fun a little bit. So, seeing as you are straight but you still work with a lot of gay, like you talk to a lot of gay guys and stuff. I'm gonna give you some words, and you have to tell me if you know what they mean.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Do it.
Give it to me. I'm pretty sure I know.
Some of them you're gonna know. Some of them you're gonna know right off the bat because I use them around you all the time. But then others I don't know if you'll know. Okay, so what's a twink?
Like a skinny gay guy. Like
Yeah.
Kind of muscular, not.
No. They're usually
toned.
No, they're usually super skinny.
Okay.
A twunk
I thought that would be like kind of like
is one that's toned and a little bigger.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Bear.
Big hairy guy.
Do you like a lot of bears? Do bears like you? I mean,
somewhat.
Yeah.
I've had a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like now. Actually, I take that back. I can think about 4 fans that are. So yeah.
Gooning.
So is that? I kind of know what that means. I've just recently because I saw a content creator doing that, and I was like, "Is that like?" I don't want to say.
Say it.
Is it? It's something with like. Is it something like edging or what? Like
so it's the face you make when you're about to orgasm.
Okay, golly.
So,
okay, I recently saw that because I saw this content creator, and she was like, "All my gooners out there," and I was like, "Wait, what? I've never heard that one before." I was like, "There's like new sexual words coming up." I was like, "I'm sure it's been around for a while."
And you're like looking at the screen like
for a content creator. I was like, "I'm surprised I haven't heard that." I've been doing this for 3 years, so.
And you're looking at the screen.
The gooning, yeah. I feel like I knew what that meant, but it didn't come to my head when you asked.
So what's your gooning face? You see, that's good. If you did that on your OnlyFans, you know how crazy they would go?
They'd be like,
is he okay? With your feet like in the camera too?
Yeah. Soul showing and everything. Don't forget the socks halfway taken off.
Yes, halfway taken off. I posted that picture of the one where you're laying on your stomach with your socks.
Yeah.
They loved that picture. I told you.
I haven't even posted that one.
Wait till you post that one. I'm telling you the truth. They're like, "Do you have a whole set of that?" I'm like, "Relax. He only took one picture with socks on, okay? It was just for fun,
guys.
We'll do more later."
Feet lovers, I will come to you.
Okay, bussy.
Oh, a man's hole. Right?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Rosebud.
Basically the same thing.
I was going to say, how do you know what a rosebud is? I always think that you know because of Alex.
Yeah.
Alex Grant, by the way. Tell him
Alex,
the story.
That's true. That's so true. I can't remember that story.
Where you remember?
That was too gruesome.
We were in the car and we were driving from one house to another, and Alex was in the back with all you guys, and he was like, "Look, let me show you this picture of me."
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Now I remember that. I was like, "Whoa." I was like, "Damn, you need one of those little covers that go on your phone that like screen protectors, so because like, maybe scroll through something."
I know.
I love you, Alex, though. You're a character.
I've been trying to get him here, but he's like, "I'm too controversial right now." I'm like, whatever. All right. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. Great. We'll do it again whenever something else comes out or you produce something. We can do something, or we can do another group one. Like if some other guys come here, we can do a group one. That'll be fun. So I'm going to have all our links on the bottom here for you guys to look. And you guys can go to his Instagram, you can go to his Twitter, and you can go to his link tree, and that's where you'll see where his OnlyFans is. Make sure you guys subscribe because you will not be disappointed. I also have an OnlyFans also. We take pictures with each other a lot. So you'll see a lot of my work on his. You'll see a lot of work on mine. But he also works with a lot of other photographers also. So you're going to see a lot of different work on his page. And then he does all his stuff on his own too. So you won't be disappointed with what you see. So I would say go check it out if you're interested. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys again.